Hi my loves, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Life After with Sisa Bosch. It can be life after teenage pregnancy, as you can see by the title of this video, that we are going to talk about my own story. We are going to talk about my teenage pregnancy, baby. And I had postnatal depression. Of course, we talk about all things mental health, you guys, and welcome back. So back then in 2004, get to university, crazy. We are excited, we are happy. You don't know anyone. I remember, you guys, I was waiting in my room. My room was at 5th floor, Tumani floor, baby, and I had my keys, room keys, for the first time, because I've been with my dad for the rest of my life, and now I'm at university. I have my room keys. I go to my room whenever I feel like. I sleep, I eat what I want to eat. My dad is not there to tell me to do what. Oh, guys, crazy business. Get to university, made a few friends from who were in the same class as me, and so I guess in my circle of friends, maybe we're 5 or 6. I was the youngest in the group, and so you guys were very happy, excited back then. All color. Oh, sasayiphaphele ke nala ngoma ka Brenda Fassie, ngizilahlela kuwe mina ha tu kuwe mina, ngizilahlela kuwe baba tu kuwe baba, ay ngizilahlela kuwe ngizilahlela baba. Go Monati, guys, you are getting to university and you're like, ay bo, sipina apa mangihamba hlangukona usinyawo sami bawa mangiphefumula wena uyimpumulo yami, mangilalele uzindlebe zami, umangicula when ulilisla, mangihamba when uzinyawo zawo. Yeah, get into university from home, you guys. Very excited. I remember I was waiting for the bell to ring in my room. Kanti kuse university apha yaphela iveki, yaphela esibini. Hawu, kanti izokhala nini insimbi so eziklasini? Kanti evasithi awukhala insimbi sihamba. I remember with my friend uZuki sayobuza u-SRC member, hayibo kwenzekalana besikolo nakufundwa. Hayibo siyabona abantu bephithizela benyuka besehla kanti kuyafundwa, but sithi asazi, kanti timetable nazi ukuthi, but we don't know. We are from rural areas, guys. So and the SRC member tells us into ba ezi lamakhadi akunithi ngamakhadi isi timetable ezi ngoku nje masithetha nje befama neseclassini ye-sociology. I remember running with uZuki sisiye eclassini ye-sociology apho kwakuthethwa about social classes. I remember very well on that day, but ke that's a story for another day. Getting to university, for the first time I'm staying alone. I go to my friend's room whenever I feel like. Young in the Munati. So there was a okay, I will not talk about that. No, that was done teenage pregnancy. But let's talk about teenage pregnancy today. That's a story for another day. And then eventually, you guys, I get pregnant same year I'm at school. And get pregnant. Unfortunately, I don't know the background of the baby daddy back then, because just met at school, and I don't know where he's from. I just know him. Disaster. And then I tell my friends, because remember I said we're a group of friends. I tell my friends, hey, you guys, what's happening? And they were like, no, let's go buy pregnancy test. You buy pregnancy test, and your girl was pregnant. And I will not say it was peer pressure, you guys, because my friends told me, because at school we had a clinic in the premises, and they told me that we must go to the clinic for contraceptions, because most of my friends, if not, I guess most of them had come to tertiary, that is to university, already having children when they were at high school. Remember, I said I was the youngest in the group, and like they said to me, you don't want to go through what we went through. We don't want you to go through that not in our wash. And because your girl in Nkani, and I was told that if you take contraceptive, you're gonna have a cancer, and then no, I don't want to have a cancer. And for me, that was it. And then I couldn't because it's my body, my life. And it was the start of inkinga, you guys. And then what happened? Got pregnant, and my friends were like, yeah. There are pills that we know, because across the road from our university there is a spa there. There are pills that we're going to buy at spa so that you can abort this child. Guys. Well, about this child, and I was like, who? They said we're going to buy the pills. My second daughter, guys, then went to spa, bought the pills, came back with these pills called Puritones, and they were like, these ones, they would do the deeds. And I was like, I was not sure about this. What's happening? Young Indians like so fast. It's my first year at varsity. Drank the pills, you guys. The child was never aborted. What do we do then? And the child was never aborted, you guys. So, hey guys, and so you get a lesson at the end of this story. And so I was in and out of, not hospital, but I was always going to the doctor, being sick, feeling hot. I don't know what was happening, but whenever that I go to the doctors, they will be like, run the tests, but the test will come out into and no problem. You guys, how? What's happening? Witchcraft pedale. I did not know any better, you guys. So I was not feeling well throughout the pregnancy, and my child, unfortunately, when I was 6 months pregnant, going to 7 months, I had labor pains. Went to Nelson Mandela Academic Hospital, and then they told me that I have labor pains. I'm gonna get a child. How come? Because I was 6.5 pregnancy, and that is I was there for 3 days, and they were like giving me things to help me, the medication to help me, so that because when they check the child, we scan, they find out that the child cannot be able to survive, because the child was still very like developing basically. And then those were the bad news, you guys. But on the 3rd day, because on the next week I was supposed to go to university and write my last final examination paper, which was computer literacy back then. And then I was like, no, on the 3rd day, you guys, it seems as if the medication is not working and I'm in labor pains. So I suggested that you do the operation. Even if the child dies, there's nothing I can do. Do the operation so that I can be able to go to university and write the exam. It was a very emotional moment, you guys. So so on that 3rd day, late, then I gave birth to the child, but surprisingly, the child cried. When I was surprised because I knew that the child was going to die, as I was already been prepared by the doctors. So it was at night. In the morning, I requested to see the child. I went to the nursery where the child was, and the child was in the incubator, you guys. And then the child was in the incubator. The child was supposed to be born in 2005, but the child was born in 2004, November. So guys, very, very emotional time of my life, and the child was 1 kg, you guys. Agana Mashia, Agana Misebe. Some of the things developed when the child was out. I was convinced that the child was going to die, even though she has survived. Ukuthi aphume khala, but then because kwakunzima, you guys, incubator wambona nje into bana ngaba no. Xa umbamba uyaphuma. As a result, my child has it's like a birthmark, but it was not. Into yoba xa ndimbamba wayedaphuka, you guys. So I was like, okay, the child is going to die anyway. It was very painful time of my life, because at least umntana uphumile ekhala, so I was having hopes. At least in Angudimbonile, so I was having hopes that umntana uzophila. I mean, I lost hope basically, because that in some 1.5 months, but no, the child is not going to survive. She was in hospital from November the 18th until January 2005. I went to, so I was there the whole time, you guys, the whole 3 months, Christmas in Sesbedlele, New Year in Sesbedlele. So that was my new home basically. But you guys, what I want to talk about today, I want to talk about the danger of teenage pregnancy. One might say it was not teenage pregnancy because I was 18, but masithathe kanjalo because that's how I felt. At the time, I was not ready to have a child because I was still very young. I was not matured at the time. Even mentally, I was not ready. Emotional, I was not ready. I was not ready at all, you guys. And so that took a toll on my mental health, and I had a postnatal depression. I do want to warn teenagers who are watching this that teenage pregnancy, you guys, is very, very dangerous, because you might have a postnatal depression. You are not matured as yet. You are not ready to be a mother as yet because you are still a child. Many teenagers, you will find out that mentally it's taking toll on their mental health when they are young mothers. So I do want to talk about that today, you guys, and explain to you that the entire time, that 3 months that I was in hospital, you guys, I was blaming myself. Even before I gave birth to the child, when the doctors told me that I had labor pains, and I was like, the child was 6 months, I was 6 months pregnant, and the child was said that the child was going to die. And I blamed myself, you guys, because I thought it is because of those pills that they gave me to do abortion that my child now is going to die. So I was taking that to myself, and I was beating myself up that I'm the one who has made this mess, and it is because of that abortion that my friends were trying to do to me. And you know, guys, I guess that's what led to my postnatal depression, is because mostly I was blaming myself. So I was not even accepting of the child, because I did not even accept the pregnancy, because for me, was not ready. And because I was very close to my father, and I was like, now it's like kuthatha ubuntwana bam away from me, which led, okay, the child survived, fortunately, by God's grace. The child survived, and right now she's doing her first year in university. But I guess for the first 6 years of my child, I was abusing her, because I was physically abusing her, I was emotional abusing her, because I didn't know any better, you guys, because I had postnatal depression, which I was not taking medication for, because I did not know what I was going through until in 2020, when I had a mental breakdown, and I went to a mental institution where I was admitted. And when the psychologist now was unpacking what I was going through, like, that's when I understood that I had postnatal depression, which has put our relationship, me and my daughter's relationship, that is first daughter, that is that we did not have any good relationship because I was really abusing her without even knowing that I was abusing her, I guess because of the anger that took me away from my dad and so forth and so forth. So you guys, teenage pregnancy, you guys, it is very, very dangerous. You need to, when you know that you're sexually active, please take contraceptive. I'm talking to the teenagers. Do not have a child when you are underage. Do not have a child when you are a teenager because you haven't yet fully developed even yourself. You can think that you have fully developed physically, but what about your mental health, sweetie? What about your mental health? So these things, you guys, make you to take really bad decisions that are not okay for your future, that are not okay for your career, because you are now, like, you are a mother. Maybe you wanted to be a doctor. Now you can't be at school for many years. You're thinking about your child, and then you are like, okay, let me choose a career that will be like, so that I can be here for a few years, and then I can go work for my child. You know, now you are changing your dreams, you changing your destiny, you are changing your career, you're changing your future because of this particular child, which is very, very sad. So I want to advise the teenagers, you guys, that it is very important not to have a child, because mentally that is going to take toll on you. You might have a postnatal depression. You might even not have even a good relationship with the child, because you'll be busy having anger issues, busy neglecting the child, busy abandoning the child, busy abusing the child, which is very, very sad, you guys. But I thanks God that I had the mental breakdown, because I then was able to face what happened in my life. I was able to go to my child, apologize for abusing the child, which is very, very sad, you guys. Fortunately, we have a good relationship, but it does not always turn out like that. Hence, I do want to say, you guys, that it is very dangerous to make bad choices for your life. You might make bad choices, but they are going to catch up with you in the long run. It might seem as if it's nothing right now, but unfortunately, the consequences are going to catch up with you in the future. That is very, very sad. So in closing, you guys, it's very important even to the parents, please be close to your children, because so that the children, when they are experiencing problems, they can be able, Jesus, sorry guys, I'll have to go. Parents, be close to your children, so that when they have problems, they don't go to your to their children, to their friends, to ask for advices. They can be, because the friends are going to give them bad advices. Futhi bengenanhliziyo zimbi from good hearts, but bengazi any better, because they are still young. They are friends, they are still young. So now they'll give advice according to their ages. So it's very important that we become close to our children, so that when they are experiencing any challenges at all, we can be able to be there for them as mothers or as parents. It's very important, you guys. So I love you so much, you guys, and I hope there is one thing that you are going to take in this video. I will be very happy even if it can be one teenager. Please comment down below. Please comment, please, you guys, share your stories, so that the teenagers can be able to see the stories of the people who were young mothers, who were young mothers, so that they can know that it is not good to be a young mother, and so that they can they can make right choices in their lives for their own benefit, for their own good. Please, guys, share the stories, share the advices to the teenagers, and please call your teenagers to come and watch this video, because it can, I could have lost my child. Fortunately for me, even though I was told that the child is going to die, she is very beautiful now. She as we call it up as Lalin. She understands what I did, because I had to apologize to her for everything, for abusing her for having anger issues because I had postnatal depression and I did not know. Another thing, you guys, it's very important that if your child get pregnant, take the child to the psychologist or therapist or social worker so that she can go for therapy, for counseling, because there are other options like adoption. Like, they must not do illegal abortion because that is going to kill your child. Please once your child, you find out that the child is pregnant, take the child to the counselor if you cannot be able to talk to that child, so that you can check on other options that you might have if your child, that is your teenager, does not want to have this baby. We can check adoption. Adoption, you guys, is a better option because it's safe. Take the child and to the parents that they need those children. I've been doing adoption. On another video, we'll talk about adoption, why I'm saying that it is a better option, what are the steps, how do you go about it when you wanted to put your child away for adoption, so that you cannot kill the child. Give the child the life, because now you were given a life, and yet you appeal. Now give your child a life. Don't abort your child, don't kill your child, but look at other options, which on another video we were going to talk about that. I love you so much, you guys. Be blessed. We don't judge you. What happened has happened, but do the right choices now going forward. Come out so that we can help each other on how are we going to go about your teenage pregnancy, because we don't want you to end up having postnatal depression. We don't want you to end up abandoning your child. We don't want you to end up neglecting your child, because that might cause the child to have NPD when he is old. That is narcissistic personality disorder. That is being basically made by the wrong choices of the parents, by how the parents are parenting their children. And that video is still gonna come on how to parent your children on the adoption. We're going to have a good time here, you guys. Let's drink water and mind our business. Goodbye. Love you.